My name is Tiffanie Heben. I live in Tracy and I have 2 children. I'm also a member of the Tracy Friends of the Library. My family and I have taken advantage of the services provided by the library for many years now. When my kids were little, we would go to the story time and they would get to meet other kids their age and listen to the stories while I got to talk to other moms, and that was a great thing to be able to get out of the house and take the kids somewhere where they were allowed to be kids. Another service that I've used that's a little different is Link Plus. That's where you can request books from libraries throughout the community, and I've been able to get some beautiful art books to use in classes that I've taken, things that weren't available in our regular library. I want to talk about why I love the library. When I was a young person, I think I felt like a lot of other young people do, that I didn't fit in, that I was not comfortable in my community, didn't feel like I belonged there. And when I would go to the library, I would find books that showed me that there were different opinions, different perspectives, different worlds out there, and gave me a sense that there would be some place down the road where I would feel more comfortable and feel like I belonged. I think when I was young, I would just be able to grab a book, go sit in a quiet corner and read, and never really understand how that came about, how that book got there, how the library existed. It was just some place that I could go. I lived in rural Ohio, and my mom would have to drive me a pretty long distance to get to the library, so we would get these stacks of books. And I would find a place to read, and I could read the whole day without really thinking about how or why I got to do that. Now, as an adult and working with the Tracy Friends of the Library, I've come to understand all the work that goes into making a library. I can still go and sit and read in the corner, but I do appreciate now the work of the library staff, the work of our elected officials who have to provide the funding for libraries, and then also appreciate the concerned people in the community, our community leaders and those behind the scenes that do the work, for example, for the Friends of the Library and other organizations that provide money for the library and provide resources to provide programs and materials that we wouldn't otherwise have. One particular thing, an example of something that happened when I was in high school, was I came across The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Now again, I lived in a small town in Ohio. This was at my high school that I found this book, and I just thought it was amazing. I really appreciated the humor, the absurdity of it, and never thought about how did this end up in this particular library in small town Ohio. And when I think back, it had to be the librarian had to have chosen that book. And again, one of those examples of a book that showed me a world that I didn't know existed. So at this point, I would hope that those of you who watch this video would join in the support of your library and let your elected officials know, do what you can to help support your local library. Thank you.